I got this nightstand on sale from a thrift store for $37.50. It seems like a lot, but this piece is absolutely perfect for what I have in mind. I want to do something super fun. So as always, the first thing we do when we're refinishing furniture is we have to clean it up and inspect the piece. So I'm using a mixture of vinegar and water just to clean the entire piece. It's actually not that dirty. And I notice on the top, it looks like somebody was thinking about doing a furniture makeover on this themselves, so they sprayed it with shellac. I believe this piece is from IKEA, and underneath that laminate is pine wood. So there has some knots in it, and I could see a little bit of tannins were coming up through the knots. So I did end up doing one coat of citrus strip over the top just to get that shellac off. So I put my citrus strip on, let it sit for an hour, covered up so it doesn't dry up. And then I just simply removed it, and it did take that layer of shellac off. So it's not going to take that laminated plastic cover thingy off, but it did take the shellac off. And you can see right in the corner where the tannins were coming through for them, and that's probably why if they were going to paint it, they put some shellac over it, so that makes sense. And then I just use my mixture of vinegar and water to clean up that top and remove residue that's sitting there. And then I need to take a light sanding sponge and just kind of smooth everything down. And then if I see any scratches or anything like that, I'm just going to fill them in with the wood filler. And then once it dries, I sand that flush. I do need to prime this piece, so I'm using Dixie Belle's Bonding Boss in white. And I'm going to use my sponge brush just to make sure that I don't have a lot of brush strokes. So I apply one coat, I wait 2 hours, but I think you're actually supposed to wait, I think it's like 4 to 6. The longer you wait, the better. And then I actually have to wait 24 hours before painting the piece. This is a bonding primer, but it's also a blocking primer. So I'm not going to have to worry about the tannins coming through. And I don't have to worry about my paint not sticking because of the whatever the coating is on top of this. This primer is a 2-in-1, so it's going to take care of all of that. And now for the best part, Creality sent me the Falcon A1 Pro. I'm going to use this laser to transform my furniture into a one-of-a-kind statement piece. Safety key. I just inserted my power cord right here. Put the safety key in. That's it. See if it works. Okay, I could not get it on because I had the emergency stop button pushed in. And now it's on. Lighten up. It's super quiet. It's moving. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, that setup was so simple. I've done a lot of these lasers. Best setup yet. This laser is an indoor laser. You don't have to wear glasses because of the protective covering, all that orange. It has an exhaust pipe, so you can either put that out the window, or they gave me an air purifier that I can just hook it up to. I did do both, and I liked it out the window better. I don't know. So that's so you don't get any of those toxic fumes. But I have to say, I hooked it up to my computer with a USB cord. It comes with it. And I download a file from Etsy. Etsy has tons and tons of laser cut files. And I decided to go with the Beatles theme. What I really, really like about this laser is you don't have to pay a monthly subscription for the design space. You don't have to use Lightburn. You don't have to learn a bunch of stuff. It comes with the Creality design space. So you just download the app and then put in that, like I bought this 3mm basswood on Amazon. I think it's like a 20 pack of sheets. I can make so much with that. And so I just put in the design space that I was using 3mm basswood, and it had all the settings that I needed already set up. So I literally just had to press frame it out, start, and then it started going. It knew exactly what to cut it at. So it is really the simplest laser that I've ever used. I can use this laser to make coasters, to make ornaments, to make signs, to make things for like little shelf sitters, anything. I mean, earrings. It's really endless. And I don't make my own files, like I said. I just buy them on Etsy, and they send you an email. You just download them to your computer and then put it in the workspace. So it's super, super easy. And I can do really cool things. Like this nightstand is going to be such a one-of-a-kind nightstand. So thank you so much, Creality, for sending this to me. I'm going to get such great use out of it, especially to fill my booth for Christmas. And if you guys want to see a video on that, let me know down in the comments. If I get enough people that say yes, I'll just do an update on my booth video and how I make stuff with my laser. So now I'm painting the drawer fronts, and I'm going to paint the sides of the nightstand. And I'm using Kacha's Furniture Paint in the color Khaleesi. It's just a little bit of an off-white. So you always want to add some paint over your primer. I know the primer is white, but I don't want to just use the primer as my background. So with this paint, I found that I didn't need to use a water mister. And I also find that I liked a firmer brush. I got a lot less brush strokes when I was using this hand brush. It was just really firm with a lot of bristles. Now to paint my laser cut designs, I'm using Dixie Belle's Chalk Mineral Paint in Caviar. And this little piece was so thin that, of course, I picked it up, was too rough, and I broke it. But it doesn't really matter because this is wood, and I'll just use wood glue to put it all together. Now I'm taping off the center of the nightstand because I want those two pieces of trim to be black. So I want to make sure that I just have some nice clean lines. So I add my blue tape, and then right where the tape ends, I'm going to add a little bit of that Khaleesi paint from Kacha Furniture. Just to, if there's any gaps underneath the paint, that paint will get underneath, so my lines will be extra, extra clean. And then I use my water mister and my paintbrush when I'm using the chalk mineral paint. It just helps me get a really, really smooth finish without many brush strokes. I do, for this, I did about 2.5 coats of the black paint just to have full coverage. My last step is to add Dixie Belle's clear coat in satin. I'm using my sprayer for this because I get such a great finish when I'm using my sprayer with my clear coat. There's no streaks. I used 2 coats. Actually, I did 3 coats. I'm sorry, 3 coats of this just to make sure it was completely on and protected. You remember what we had when we started? Here it is today. I haven't even put this up in my shop yet, and I swear I've had 2 people already say they want it. So if you're looking for one-of-a-kind furniture and ways to make it, I would definitely check out the Creality Falcon A1 Pro and start thinking outside the box. And as always, if you like this video, hit that like button and let me know. If you like the project, leave a comment and let me know. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.